Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining my podcast. I will be honest, I used to be a smoker, I now vape. So if you hear me sound a bit like Darth Vader, don't worry, I'm not going to turn you to the dark side. The intention of this podcast, these podcasts even, is being spiritually woke myself, giving people a safe haven, a place to go, somewhere where they can immerse themselves in spiritual practices, practice dialectical behavioural therapy practices, and hear about very interesting topical things in history that very much reflect our current modern day society. Part of it will lean towards the predicted age. So studies have proven that the information age is going to be dying out. A lot of people predicted it was going to start with war. Now, I mean, quite evident that is actually quite clear. Some people call the next age the age of divinity, a spiritual awakening within humanity that brings them humble again, and seeking inner peace. Other people call it the age of morality. This is definitely evident with the studies. Obviously we look past a lot of things historically, a lot of big no-nos we used to do, slavery, many other things that law and order puts big gaps on to do its preventative and safeguarding part. Now, there will be a lot of different areas from this channel, and it is up to you to seek what you want. There will be guest speakers, there will be from various different religions. If you're offensive in the comments, there's definitely a free flag limit, because there will be various different religions, various different beliefs, and this is spiritually woke. I have a lot of atheist friends. I am Christian myself. I like them. I have no issue with them. They might believe in different things that I do. We still have a laugh, we still have banter, and that's fine. But obviously there will be a 3-point limit from which you will be reported. If you don't like what we've got to say, just simply don't subscribe to us. Similarly, it will be the same treaty with the guest speakers, from which, if they start to get particularly offensive, there will be a free flag limit and they won't be asked again to come. So, my story is a very interesting one, and I won't tell it on this one, but I had my own unique points in life from which drew me to be rebaptized. Many other people have their own paths from which they have now evidently looked toward religion. They have reconnected to something bigger than they are. The practice of prayer is a very fascinating one, and that is taught with dialectical behavioural therapy. It is taught with counselling. Quite commonly, the serenity prayer. Very powerful prayer. The theory is that it doesn't actually matter whether you believe in God or not. And the reason being is it is to write down and encourage strength within you, within your soul, within your pineal gland. Very powerful organ within your within your brain even. That the Egyptians favoured to be the Eye of Horus, which I have a tattoo of. Now, I'm not a believer in their religion, but the pineal gland, obviously we know that they went to town with opening people up. And so their discovery, philosophically, was very fascinating. They were the first ones to really discover this third eye thing to be a legit thing. Within that, you have the suprachiasmatic hippocampus. That is a very fascinating piece of your brain. Commonly it's known to break down, unfortunately, when you're older, and if you're very unfortunate, or a loved one is very unfortunate to suffer with dementia or Alzheimer's. It's commonly known with both of those, their perception of time becomes very entangled. They go back to being a child. They think they're with their mother. They get very playful sometimes. And they get very angry when they're trying to get their brain right, knowing that there's something missing. It's a very, very sad and unfair illness. You are very much in memory. But I will say this. Knowing dementia as I do, and those that have suffered with it, and supported an individual that was a great man, until, sadly, nature came calling and he passed. They never actually lose their memories. They just are unable to access them. You can understand now how frustrating that can be, and how easy that would cause somebody to lash out. Moving on from quite a sad subject, we're now going to talk about this day and age. In a lot of religions, there was a focus, but in particular, many are quite commonly aware of the similarities we have with this day and age to the Book of Revelations. Now, it is a fascinating read, and it does blend very well with a banned book that was not allowed in the Bible, known as the Book of Enoch. I would not necessarily recommend this read, but it does express a lot and is linked by the Bible. It was very much focused on the fallen angels and what they did on this plane, and their not so caring feelings towards humanity. Now, a lot of people wouldn't necessarily there was a bit of a double negative there, but they wouldn't necessarily recommend, especially for a new beginner, the Book of Revelations, because it is a dark thought, and a lot of people do believe that, the end is coming, everything's going to burn up. But I don't believe that was actually how it was written. If you interpret it in a very different way, you can actually consider that there was many points in time the Book of Revelation became true, again and again and again, including the Black Plague. Now, it is merely an instruction manual and an awareness of when these events come over again, pandemics, etc., etc., what to do so as humans don't become extinct. Because we're certainly great at wiping ourselves out. That many of society worry about the numbers of us humans. It's fine. It's always been fine. The main problem we have had is that we stopped looking to the stars. Science took a massive pause after World War II. Now we look again to the stars, full well knowing how many of us are here and the effects we have on Gaia, Mother Nature, this planet. It is up to us, and even you, to create influence on those you love and do your part. Not to save the world, but keep it safe for humanity. Because I assure you, if we do go, this world will be fine. There will be an ice age. Things will grow, and they will reset back to what it once was. Now, many things have happened in recent few years, but I do strongly believe that we have been offered a second chance. We need to push influence onto the governing bodies, the importance. Now, thanks to the war, we all look to green energy because we don't want to buy expensive fuel that's running out from Russia. Neither do we want to fuel a war. And so, like everything else, as is believed with dialectical behavioural therapy, it is the yin and yang and the two sides of the coin. An unjust war against innocence that forced the world yet again to look over, unite, protect themselves, but most importantly, look to something that can help us. There is so much energy surrounding this world, surrounding England. There's so much energy around America. There's certainly a lot of places from which solar will be great. We have a great opportunity now. And it is up to you as well to express this message, because the start of this age has now begun. And it will be a wonderful time to be alive. In times of despair, seek solitude, meditate. Just take a breather. Doesn't matter which one you do, the box breathing, the 7-Eleven. Just look out, look at a tree and breathe. Because I assure you, regardless of how things look, better times are ahead. Thank you for listening. I look forward to starting this journey with you.